Ever felt that deep, almost primal urge to just step away from the relentless demands of the world? Find a space of quiet reclusion.
Hmm.
Turns out that longing isn't just some modern phenomenon.
Exactly. And what's truly insightful here is how deeply this concept of the hermit or recluse, what the Chinese call yin qi, is.
Yeah.
Well, it's woven right into traditional Chinese thought.
So it's more than just escape.
Often, yes. It can represent a profound moral stance.
Okay, so today we're taking a deep dive into the political hermit in Chinese thought. We want to explore how this ancient idea kind of challenges our modern assumptions about, contributing to society,
Right.
and how it surprisingly echoes through the pages of famous martial arts novels.
Our mission really is to unpack these nuanced views on withdrawal versus engagement.
And connect them to political dynamics.
Yeah, and human dynamics too, stuff that still resonates strongly today.
Okay, so delving deeper, our source immediately points out something interesting. While most talented people are, actively engaged, Chinese tradition held hermits in remarkably high esteem.
Uh-huh.
They were often seen as kingo, pure, and lofty, which isn't just a literal thing, right? It implies this deep moral integrity.
Precisely because they chose not to engage in the conventional, perhaps corrupting ways.
Mm,
It makes you ask, what did contribution truly mean back then?
right.
Even Confucius, he advocated for public service, but he still respected various types of recluses.
Like who?
Well, he admired figures like Bo Yi and Shu Qi. They famously chose principled starvation over serving a ruler they saw as unjust. Talk about unwavering dignity.
Wow.
And he also acknowledged others like Lu Jiahui, who maybe compromised a little, but kept their ethical core.
Wasn't he the judge who got fired multiple times?
That's the one. Dismissed 3 times for sticking to his principles.
Hmm.
It really illustrates the challenge of serving with a straight path, as they'd say.
Okay, and here's where it gets really fascinating for me. This concept of Shiren, serving others.
Yes, pivotal.
For traditional hermits, it seems it was about achieving individual liberation, freedom, without serving some external authority.
Exactly. But the source also suggests something else interesting,
What's that?
that even for those in public service, if they did it without seeking personal fame or fortune, well, that could also be seen as a form of hermitage.
So it's about the spirit of it, not just physically hiding away.
Precisely. It's the purity of intent in how you engage or disengage.
Now, it's intriguing how these big philosophical ideas turn up, maybe surprisingly, in martial arts fiction.
Right. Like the smiling, proud wanderer Xiao Jiangu.
The author himself said it wasn't just about martial arts masters, didn't he?
Explicitly. He said it was a portrayal of political figures of universal human nature across like 3,000 years.
That's a powerful connection.
And what stands out is how the characters really embody these political archetypes. You have figures like Ren Waxing.
The antagonist.
Yeah, power hungry, becomes totally corrupt once he gets power. It's a vivid picture of that timeless pursuit of dominance and, well, its awful consequences.
And that famous slogan from the novel.
Kyonku wanta yitong jiangu.
Yes. Thousands of years, unify the Jianghu. It just perfectly captures that universal desire for absolute control.
It really does.
And get this is amazing. The novel was apparently so relevant during the political turmoil in 1960 South Vietnam
Yeah.
that members of parliament would actually call their opponents Yubu Bon, the hypocrite from the book, or Zhuo Lingshan, the ruthless power seeker in debates.
Wow. That just underscores how deeply these themes hit home, doesn't it? Across cultures, across time.
Totally.
And the source points out characters like Ling Huchang and Ren Yingying. They're shown as kind of natural hermits,
Meaning?
meaning they're just fundamentally uninterested in the power struggles. They value individual freedom, expression, love, connection over control. They're on a different path.
So what does this all mean for us, maybe? The source brings up this universal struggle, Ren Zai Zhanghu, Shenbu Yuji.
In Jianghu, one cannot help oneself.
Right. It suggests it's incredibly difficult to actually withdraw from these power struggles, like those characters who try to retire from the martial world.
Yeah, often met tragic ends.
Yeah.
It raises that big question, can true, complete freedom ever really be achieved?
And the source seems skeptical.
It suggests it's pretty much impossible for ordinary people. And critically, it views those obsessed with power as, well, pathetic.
Pathetic. Why?
Because they're driven by these insatiable desires, often acting against their own conscience. They're trapped by their ambitions, really.
So we've seen how this idea of the political hermit, from ancient philosophy all the way to popular fiction, offers this powerful counter-narrative.
Yeah, against that relentless pursuit of power.
It challenges us to find value in different kinds of contribution, or even in strategic withdrawal.
The core tension, really, explored in these sources, is between that deep engagement and kind of discerning disengagement, between personal freedom and societal responsibility.
Makes you think.
It encourages us to think critically about what success truly means,
Yeah.
and maybe where genuine liberation actually lies.
So for you listening, what stands out most from this deep dive? Does this concept of the political hermit change how you view leadership or societal roles, or maybe even your own path in life?
Something to ponder.
Definitely something to ponder until our next deep dive.